Habari ma Africa, mimi ni King, nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Asante kwa kutazama King Says So. Ladies and gentlemen, these pollings that I'm seeing right now are very worrisome, to say the least. I don't know who has bewitched us African people to a point where we cannot unite. Even when we see that the enemy is rising against us, we simply cannot unite. What the ANC is doing, the MK is doing, the EFF is doing, is killing the black image even more. I'm telling you. This issue of leaders failing to unite because they've got differences in political ideology and allowing in front of our eyes the enemy to win is very worrisome. So now we have these pollings that are preparing our minds to say, guys, the ANC is declining, the DA is rising up. Yes, the EFF and the MK might slightly improve, but those slight improves will not make a bigger difference when you look at the greater picture, because the DA will still be in the driving seat. We are not too far as South Africa from having our first white president by the name of John Steenhuisen. We are not too far. And the reason we're going to have that is not because the DA is so magnificent in service delivery or anything like that. It's because our African leaders they don't want to unite. They don't want to. They hate each other. You can feel the hate when Fikile Mbalula speaks about Julius Malema. You feel the hate when Julius Malema speaks about Jacob Zuma. You guys can see the hate. And that is why we will never get this country right with politics. Let's talk about that, Baseta, and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Says So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane, Osizin Jiva, Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. This time around, we're looking at some polls that have come out telling us that the DA is improving. Oh my goodness. Remember, they are in control of this mainstream information that is being given to us, mainstream media. They control all the outlets that feed us with information. So they are preparing our minds to tell us the DA is going to do so much better than everyone is expecting. So yeah, we're having our gala dinner on the 2nd of May. It is now 2 weeks away. I cannot wait to have you guys here in Kimberley. It's going to be a humdinger, like an event like no other. African people coming together to build an Africanized curriculum school that will take us to the next level. So thank you so much for everyone that is assisting us in the background to prepare for this event. Thank you for everyone that has been that are donating to the cause. We said 10,000 Africans must each donate 50 rand, and we will win this thing of building this school in record time with no problems. Thank you so much, guys. Those who will be coming to the gala dinner, you'll get a full presentation and you will see the real cost of how much it's going to build. It's going to cost us to build this wonderful school. It's really Wakanda land. It's gonna be fantastic for our children. Let our children study the true history of Africa, science, technology, and economics, and of course, not forgetting technology and agriculture. So thank you so much for everyone that will be coming. We are waiting for you guys. I looked at these polls, ladies and gentlemen. At the top, we see the Democratic Alliance with that 21.8% of theirs that they got in the past election, and they grew to 30%. What rubbish is this? What nonsense is this? How can the DA has never grown by this much ever? So they're trying to tell us a story here. There is that narrative that the DA ministers are doing a great job. Tell me, what good job does Siviwe Kwagube do? The Minister of Basic Education. What job is she doing? that we say, wow, what an outstanding job. What job is Dr. Leon doing at the Home Affairs? Because the Home Affairs was in an upclimb graph with Aaron Mutwele. They were improving. Even some of the programs that are being introduced now were in the planning of the former minister from the ANC. The drones in the in the borders and everything. It was just waiting for this new budget so that it can kickstart. Don't tell me about what's his name, the Minister of Public Works, Dion McPherson, the one who came in that department and told us there are 30,000 that was 30 million that was stolen by cyber hacking. Even today, he has not come out to back up those claims that he made. He came out with those claims 1 week, 2 weeks after being in the portfolio. Till today, he has not told us where is that money he was talking about. He just made a lot of noise just to make it seem that the DA is working. Even vouching for one of the white construction companies to say, why don't you guys pay these people in time? Calling and disturbing their supply chain processes. And he's not allowed to do that as a minister. Which other minister do we have? I don't want to talk about the deputy minister of finance. That boy is doing nothing there. Which other minister does the DA have? You understand what I'm saying? So now they are trying to point out to say the DA is doing so fantastic. And again, it works in their favor that they did not vote for the VAT increase. It works in their favor tremendously to say, we care about you black people. We care about the poor. So that's why we did not go with the ANC with this VAT increase. It works in their favor. And the ANC is just in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what those people, such intelligent, educated, politically experienced politicians getting into the NEC, NWC of the ANC, sitting down there and discussing rubbish, choosing to fight against their alliance partners, choosing to go against their voters' wishes, choosing not to do service delivery. There is no ANC minister that is doing a great job, even on social media. Even their mayors are not doing a great job. You guys understand what I'm saying? It's very heartbreaking what is happening there in the ANC. Guys, we don't want to see the ANC die. We want to see Abu Fikile and Abu Cyril being removed because they have killed the ANC. And ANC members who don't want to hear this truth, it's your problem. 17% must tell you something. 17% in droppage from the 50s to 30. It must tell you something. To 40, excuse me. To 40. It must tell you something. But you guys simply, your egos continue to drive this issue. And this bunch that is in the ANC now, deep down in their hearts, they know they are going to lose the next national elections. So looting and corruption is going to be known. Because they know I'm not going to be a provincial leader again. I'm not going to be a mayor again. I'm not going to be a minister again. Let me make sure I take what I can take right now so that I can retire out of politics and go into the business world. They must investigate each and every one of them after this. Because it's crazy what is happening there. So now my problem is that the ANC, the EFF and the MK don't want to work together. The ANC sees that the DA is eating them from inside, but they still don't want to, because the ANC working with the EFF and the MK is admitting that they were wrong about suspending Julius Malema, expelling Julius Malema, and expelling Jacob Zuma. The ANC can't admit to that. They can't say, oh, you know what, let's go out in public and say, maybe we shouldn't have suspended Julius Malema. Maybe we shouldn't have, why am I saying suspended? Maybe we shouldn't have expelled Julius Malema and Jacob Zuma. Because those expulsions cost us many voters. Those people left with voters. Is that issue of saying nobody's bigger than the party? No one is bigger than the party, but people live with people. No one is bigger than the party. But make sure that you believe that when someone leaves, especially of influence like Jacob Zuma and Julius Silo Malema, they're going to leave with a bunch with them. Julius Malema left with the whole youth league. All the credible leaders left during Julius Malema's time. Julius Malema has the pride also. When negotiating with the ANC, there is a fight of egos because Fikile Mbalula is jealous that Julius Malema is running this well-oiled machine. Now, I don't know, Buffett. I don't know what is going to happen to us. African people, the ANC was at 40%, 40.2%, and now they will be at 29%. Very important to look at that because the ANC will be below the DA. Just imagine the noise Helen Zille is going to make if the DA gets a higher percentage than the ANC. Just imagine. And remember, the DA will be able to bring these small parties together and work with them in the National Assembly. And they won't last because the DA is also very arrogant, but they will be able to get a president at least from the DA. What nonsense is that the DA can improve to 30% when the ANC is moving from 40 to 29. They are making sure they just keep the ANC below the DA. Guys, it's going to be tough if African people don't unite. If we don't unite, it's going to be tough for us. It's going to be extremely tough for us. But because Asnanje Uzatin, the MK will improve by 1% according to this polling. 1%. MK is a 20-something% political party. In the past elections, the MK was cheated. So the MK, if the results were fair, the MK will improve to the 20s. That one I can see it happen. But the MK will not be happy to hear that they have improved only with 1%. And this polling is, guys, take it with a pinch of salt. It's not a true reflection of what is going on. The EFF will also slightly improve after stabilizing their ship with 1% and go back to a 10% political party. It's heartbreaking to hear that the EFF will be a 10% political party because you see the EFF in the ground fighting for the people. If there is one party you call when there is unfair dismissal at work, it's the EFF. If you find yourself in a racial situation, it's the EFF. If you find yourself in a point where you have to fight racism in Orania, it's the EFF. It's the EFF. But people, they just don't vote for the EFF. And I'm seeing that because we see it in the performances on the by-elections. Like, what the hell is this? You look at the results and you're like, what the hell is this? It's like the EFF did not put in any effort. Getting 12 votes, 22 votes in a what? Like, what the hell? How is that even possible? How is that even possible? So we will see the Action SA slightly improving. And the IFP is true that the IFP will drop. I can see that one happening. And the PA slightly dropping. I don't think so. I think Gayton is going to attract more of his followers. I mean, when he does not have the Mabahambe card, I wonder what he will be saying. Because it will be, when he comes again, Mabahambe again, I think the people are going to say, Nyaman Gayton. Kom nou met die nuwe sin. Ons het daai na klaar gehoor. Kom nou met die nuwe idea. Ons soek nou nuwe goedes om te like really if he comes up with Mabahambe next year in the local elections. Because him as a sport minister, there isn't much that he will be able to point out next year, by next year local elections. So but he's making the correct noise. He's kissing the ass of the ANC quite nicely, so they will keep him in power. He's very happy with Cyril Ramaphosa. He's going to defend the GNU. And again, Gayton McKenzie is in that group that says keep the EFF and the ANC out and the MK out. He's in that group. So you don't understand why he is going that direction as a colored person, but he simply does not want Zuma. He does not want Malema, especially Malema. So These polls are telling us, ladies and gentlemen, that we are to brace ourselves for a lifetime shock. A lifetime. People are going to take these things easily, but I know they control the media. I know they control the perspective in the media. So people will be prepared. ANC is dropping. Even though you see that the ANC is still winning the wards, the by-elections, in our minds, when we see a lower number of the ANC, we will accept it because they have prepared our minds to accept these results. And in our minds, when we see the DA slightly improve, we're going to accept it because they have prepared our minds to do that. So I'm just asking myself, what is going to happen us in Mnyama? I wonder what is going to happen to us in Mnyama. Are we going to wake up? Are we going to see a miracle where the EFF and the ANC, the EFF and the MK sit down and come together and talk about uniting, just like the ATM did, and people ask the question, who's going to be the president? I'm like, that's the last question you should ask. Just unite. Just unite for once. Just unite. We will answer that question with an election or something. I don't know. Just unite, MK. The sad thing here, they are sending a message to say, MK and EFF, if you guys unite, you are only 25%. You are only 25%. So you still need the ANC. And remember, the ANC, we believe that it was bought. That is why those documents of the CR7 campaign was sealed by the courts. We are not allowed to know who supported the campaign of Cyril Ramaphosa to become president. Sealed by the courts. We can't open it anymore. The public protector, Ubusisio Mkhwebane, had absolutely no power in challenging that. And then they kicked her out. So nobody's going to try to unseal those documents. Nobody. Especially with this Pala protector that we have. Nothing of that nature is going to happen. So the sad story is EFF and MK. Even if you unite, we are telling you that you are not going to add up to even 30%. But they don't know if those two parties, hypothetically speaking, if those parties unite, there's a lot of ANC members that are going to jump ship and vote MK or vote EFF, whatever umbrella they're going to use. The United Democratic of African Union parties in South Africa, or they call it this Progressive Caucus Party, or whatever they call it. At least let it happen under our lifetime, or otherwise it's going to be difficult for us. Share your thoughts on the comment section. Let me hear what you guys think. Do you see honestly the ANC going below 30%, dropping another 10%? That's a huge possibility. But where the people, because when the ANC drop, those voters don't go to the DA. So how the DA grows is beyond me. If the MK and the EFF is improving, where does the DA get the voters to improve? I mean, a young who is a new person who say, I wish I can vote DA? Who is that person? Because it's only black people. Because the majority of white people vote for DA already. And they are a small percentage. We have broken this down many times to say they are only 7% of the population. And from that 7%, only about 4.2% of them are above the age of 18 and are actively voting. And amongst those people, you still have a split. You still have others having voting for that party, the Freedom Front Plus, and so on. Not all of them vote DA, and the majority of them, 1.5 million about so, come from the Western Cape, apparently. So I wonder where they get the rest of these new votes, DA. How is DA improving? Are they importing new people to come and vote for them? I don't know. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Let's meet on the flip side. I think registrations for grade R and grade 8 are open right now. Those who've got children that are going to grade R81, please make sure that you complete your forms, because this online rubbish is just pure nonsense. I have to go to the department tomorrow because I stay next to two schools in Kimberley that are very popular and in high demand. So people are driving from all directions, and we who literally stay in front of the gate don't get space. So I have to go fight tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace and Pan-Africanism. I salute you.